Good morning or happy Monday or whatever time of day it is for you. So, welcome back to my channel. I have not done a health or weight loss update in several weeks. And let me tell you why. First, my children had the stomach flu on that Monday that I was supposed to record. And it was a crazy day. They both had it. And I was up all night with them. And then I'm sure your imagination can figure out what my day was like that day. And then the week just kind of got past me and I totally spaced it and I did not do an update. Side note, here's our new kitten. This is Frankie. Say hi. And he's purring. Can you hear him? Do you hear the purring? Anyway, he's a mama's boy, so he'll probably snuggle me during this video. Hopefully he's not too distracting. So then that following week, I got the flu. I got it that Sunday night, and then it was just kind of a booger for a couple of days. So there was that. And then I threw out my back really bad. I actually ended up bulging a disc, and I've been doing some therapy to get it back into place and to help with the pain. But I was in bed for 7 days. I couldn't move. I would just cry. And when I went to the doctor, it was just excruciating. I was just crying and I was kind of in shock with how painful it is. So all of you out there that have had really bad back injuries, I have so much empathy for you now. Oh my goodness. It literally felt like, for those ladies out there that might have labored naturally, it felt like I was giving labor for 5 days straight because that pain was so excruciating, and it was radiating down my legs and around my back and just in so much pain that it started cramping into my tummy area. And that's why it felt like I was giving labor, especially with the muscle spasms. Oh my goodness, it was crazy until the muscle relaxers helped with that. But anyway, long story short, I was in bed for 7 days. I guess I could have vlogged during that time. It just was not in my mind at that moment in time because I was kind of in survival mode. So then I started doing some physical therapy. He just wants to be under my neck. That's his place. So I'm trying to keep him down. Yeah, so I did physical therapy for a while. I need to go back, but it can get really expensive. And that helped tremendously. And then I kind of retweaked it again. So I stopped going to physical therapy and then I re-injured my back. So clearly I needed to keep going, but that's neither here or there. So that's kind of been my journey. Thanksgiving was during that time. My husband had 4 days off, which was so nice to spend that time with him. Winston had a gnarly, ingrown toenail. So we were in and out of the doctor's office for a couple of weeks because it would get better and then it would get worse and then it'd get better and then it'd get worse. So I think it's finally healing, and it's been about 5 weeks that has been bothering him, and he has been a difficult child during that time, which I don't blame him. I'm grumpy when I am in pain, so I don't blame him, the poor kid. And our toes and fingers are so sensitive because there's so many nerves, so I just kind of feel bad for the poor guy. But I think we're finally got it healed. And ironically, I have one too. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. Ew, that is gross. But I almost feel like I got one so that I could know what he feels like. Is that weird? Is that weird? So I've had mine for 2 weeks, but I do dishes and I clean up duck coops and cat boxes and change diapers, and I feel like I'm washing my hands 20 to 30 times a day, and it just keeps getting reinfected, which, mom life, I've got a lot to do. I can't just not use my right hand nonetheless. So it just keeps getting reinfected. But I seriously feel like I got it so that I knew what my son was going through. Is that weird? I've never had one in my life before, and then I got one while my son was going through it. So I just thought that was interesting. Anyway, so my weight loss journey, not good, guys. I stood on the scale this morning and I weighed 308.8. Now that is really hard for me to admit. So I gained 7 pounds back during this crazy time, and I need to release that again. I gotta release that again. So, especially with Christmas coming up here in 2 short weeks, I really want to get on the bandwagon because I don't want to have to worry about it during Christmas time. I want to be able to enjoy my Christmas, and with Christmas is eggnog and hot chocolate and stocking stuffers and delicious dinners. It's the holidays. So I want to be able to release some of this weight before Christmas time. So this is why I'm like, okay, I got to get back on the camera and I got to get back on YouTube, and I need to be held accountable and work on this again. So I have not been on the treadmill for weeks, especially with having the flu and then throwing out my back. I have been in survival mode, right? But last night I got on it for 10 minutes, which was, it was 11 minutes, 1,200 steps. So it wasn't that long and it wasn't that much, but I felt like it was a huge accomplishment that I got on the dang treadmill again. But it was definitely causing havoc on my back. I'm wondering if I just need better posture while I'm walking on there, and it might help. But I need to slowly work my way up again. As you recall, I was going 40 to 60 minutes on the treadmill, and I could barely make it 10 minutes. Well, it was 11 minutes. I gotta add that extra 1 minute. That was an accomplishment. So I need to work my way back up on the treadmill. It's definitely something that I need to work on. And my eating habits, have gotten bad. Have any of you heard of crumble cookies? Those are the death of me. They are so dang good. If you've never tried one, don't. If you have problems like I do with pastry items, because they call my name and it is awful, and they're like these ginormous cookies and they change out the flavors, so it's like exciting, like you want to try the new flavors. It's awful. Don't fall down that rabbit hole, okay? If you've never tried them before. So I've been getting a box of those like once a week, which there's 4 in a box, but they're ginormous. And it takes a couple of days to get through them because they're so big and so rich, but they're delicious. Don't try them if you have not. So I gotta stop doing that. And I really wanted to get their Christmas box right before Christmas. So if I can do good, and then maybe that could be like a little Christmas treat that I can share with my husband, because we like to munch on that and watch a movie together. So if I can just be good and release some of this weight that I have added, then maybe that could be our little Christmas treat for like Christmas Eve, because Christmas Eve is busy. So, yeah, that's my update. It's been kind of rough. My hormones have been all over the place. I've been irritable, I've been grumpy, I've been nauseous. which tells me that my hormones are just super crazy. I'm just really struggling with my hormones right now, which in turn makes me want to munch on food. So that's something that I need to be mindful of and work on. So, thank you so much for watching. Again, I am sorry it has been weeks since I've had an update. I will try to be better and more persistent, and it really does help me being more persistent. It really does. So, I told you my weight, 308.8. Next week, I'm going to say this on camera, so I will do it. I will stand on the scale and see where we're at. And I think that will help me stay accountable. So there it is. Thank you so much for watching. And I really appreciate your support and your love and your comments. And thank you so much for subscribing if you have, for liking my videos, all those wonderful good things. They just help me. By all means, I don't have nearly as many subscribers or views to, get the benefits of YouTube. This really is just for me. Just to give me encouragement, and shows me that people are out there watching and that they're cheering me on, and it really does help. It just makes me feel good, and it's kind of an extra shot in the arm to tell myself to be good and to respect myself and to care for myself. So thank you so much for all of those supporters out there. I really, really appreciate it more than you could ever know. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye. Want to say bye to Frankie? Say bye to Frankie. He's just purring. Sleepy boy. Oh, if you're interested, if you are in the Ogden area and you're interested in, or not the Ogden area, but the Valley of Utah, and you're interested in adopting a kitten, on Instagram, follow Bouquet of Kittens. My sister is fostering kittens, and there are several that are ready for adoption. Be perfect Christmas gifts. All right, have a good day.